Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with Season 2, Episode 8 of Cobra Kai. So last time, Johnny finally stood up to Kreese and has kicked him out of the dojo. Good. Probably will not end well. Kreese is probably going to want revenge, is probably going to try and take it out on them, or maybe even somehow try and take over the dojo. No fucking idea how that's going to happen, but he's going to do something. He's a sneaky little snake. Meanwhile, during a training thing prior to that, we did have Stingray prove himself by being the sneakiest snake in the grass, ending up taking out Miguel at the last minute. Pretty sneaky there. Daniel is starting to kind of get too obsessed with the entire shit going on with karate and all, and is losing track of what he's supposed to be doing for, his actual main job as, a car dealer. He's losing track of all of that, not to mention not paying as much attention to his wife, and he even had an employee quit on him and leave to another dealership because he, wasn't giving any attention and focus to that. It's sad to see Daniel falling, but at the same time, I want to make clear, this is good writing. Good character writing is going to have characters that we like and want to root for make mistakes and fail and cause problems. That's believable. That's realistic. So, yeah, I like to see this happen, even though I don't like to see it happen, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, Robbie and Sam are getting all cozy with each other, which we've seen coming, and no big surprise there. It's been built up for a good amount of time. But yeah, it's just shit's getting interesting in a lot of regards. Hey, even Dimitri's starting to improve a little bit. A little bit. I emphasize that. He's getting there. Maybe one day he'll be good. I do like his character, though. I want to make clear again, I'm not hating on him or anything. This is how his character should be, and I like having this kind of nerdy character in there who doesn't know what he's doing, who is bad at this, but is genuinely trying to better himself so he can, stand up to bullies and everyone who are, beating him up and just, bullying him. I think it's a good character, and I'm very interested to see Dimitri eventually get there, But yeah, I don't know where this is going to go next, but we only have 3 more episodes of the season. So hopefully this leads into the last 2, which I assume will kind of blend together as a finale pretty well. Let's find out. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after fades black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So I think that was real. I think Johnny is actually asking Carmen out. And she actually seems like she might be a little interested. I don't know what she'd do if she found out that he was the reason Graham was ghosting her, but yeah. Who knows if she'll ever actually find that out. Granted, he was standing up for her. He beat up Graham minorly, mind you. He did show mercy, like he had been teaching his students. But he did it because this guy was basically admitting in the bar that he was going to... That he was using her, basically. For her looks and everything. That he didn't actually care about her. He didn't like the way her home was decorated. He didn't want to become a father to Miguel. And it's like, yeah. He was scum. Absolute scum. I actually agree with Johnny confronting him. I mean, I don't necessarily think he should have gone after him, but to be fair, Graham actually did make the first move. I mean, he wasn't going to do much to Johnny, but he did make a move there. But yeah, this might actually finally be happening. And speaking of relationships, we had some other relationship troubles here. In fact, that seems to kind of be a theme right now. Daniel is trying to win Amanda back over with lots of grand gestures, like big sushi lunch and everything. Which, by the way, sounds amazing. I love sushi. Also, matcha green tea. Fuck yes. But it's not working because it's hollow. These types of grand gestures and all don't mean anything in the long run. They're forced. They're fake. They don't represent what real love is. And so after convening kind of with his own mother, Daniel realized this and realized that the strongest moments are not the big grand moments, not the big gestures that he could provide, but just them being them and loving on each other, enjoying each other's company, and focusing on what matters to them, and that's their love for each other. And so he recreates this moment from their grand opening night with her, and it does work because he's actually admitting to his wrongs, acknowledging his mistakes and his reasons for them, and promising to try and do better, while also focusing on her, being there for her, without these big grand gestures. I mean, it's a gesture for sure, but it's not as big and grand and over the top as a lot of these others. Again, it's more focused on the love they have for each other and owning up to things and all of that, rather than, sushi or whatnot. And it was definitely the better way of handling that. But not all relationships in this had a good, strong close to them, in terms of this episode at least. Because Robbie and Sam decided to go on a date to this disco, to this roller rink for an 80s night. And just as a way to kind of get away from the entire arguing happening, and so they don't have to reveal it yet to Sam's family. But while there, they end up coming across Tori and eventually Miguel. And Tori ends up seeing Sam briefly talking to Miguel because Miguel's trying to smooth things over, but she decides to be an absolute fucking asshole and cause shit to get them kicked out. Like, she purposefully bumps into Sam knowing that Sam will retaliate, which again gets them kicked out, even though she started it. They were correct. It is entirely on Tori. But the problem is the others only saw the second part. So only Robbie and Sam know the truth here. And yeah, this is definitely going to build further the rivalry between Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai, as well as just Sam and Tori specifically. Probably Robbie and Miguel as well. This is going to add fuel to that fire. That's just going to be trouble. But it's good for television. You know what I mean? It's entertainment for sure. But probably the best part of this episode was the beginning. Well, near beginning, close to beginning, where Johnny had to explain to the class, the students, why Kreese was gone and what that meant. It's it's a continued expression of Johnny's growth as a character to show his speech there about how Kreese no longer aligned with the values of what Cobra Kai was nowadays. That the slogan of Cobra Kai is kind of outdated. And it's not against the idea of being badass and cool and everything, but the idea of showing mercy isn't weakness. And he wants them to know that. He wants them to know they can be better than he was when he was their age. And it shows just amazing growth and character work with him. And obviously William Zabka's pulling it off phenomenally. Because he is a great actor. It's just a moment that just really screams to you that this is a proper follow-up to the Karate Kid series. Like, everything you see in this, there's so much in this series that is like, oh yeah, this is a great follow-up to the Karate Kid movies. It's like, this feels right. But then you see episodes like this, and it's like, oh no, this feels like really a proper follow-up. Like, everything feels like it's working in the right direction. They're also teasing Allie a bit in this episode. And I wonder if that means she's going to appear. And we know she's still acting. She's in The Boys and all, and even made an appearance in Gen V. But yeah, that would be fun to have her show up in here too. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Glad that we're back. We only have 2 episodes to go. I might end up doing both of them together. I haven't decided yet. It's going to depend on when I get to them and if I'm feeling up for 2 at the time. But yeah, we're going to finish out season 2. We'll probably move on to something else, and then we will get to season 3. I'm definitely interested to see how this ends. The season is definitely going to end with some confrontations. Definitely going to end with some big stuff. I'm wondering if Kreese is going to come back in the finale or if he's going to wait till next season. It's one or the other, obviously. But I just kind of wonder if he is going to like be the big problem at the end of the season. I guess we'll see. In the meantime, though, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this episode of Cobra Kai? Let me know, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.